Hello everyone, today we will, of course, as in every video on this channel, fight against the atmos character of the world around us. And the issue is that I would like to consider or reconsider one problem. Some countries in Central Europe, the former members, of course members by force, not because these countries wanted. After Second World War, these countries became members of the Soviet Warsaw Pact. Actually, they were occupied by Soviet Union, and they were considered, which was actually true, as Soviet satellite states. And now these countries, after being within one idea, within one ideological limbo, I mean red communistic limbo, after being damaged by brown version of socialism, so national socialism. It's not far right, it's national socialism, so it was another version of socialism together with the red one called communism, and now we have for a few years, bloody years, many countries experience brown version of the national socialism. And after 1999, actually 1991, the last Soviet troops left Poland in 1993. These countries, instead of building their own economical model, building their own cooperation, building their own new world relations between them, they joined in 2004, majority of them, some of them a little bit later, like Bulgaria and Romania in 2007, joined European Union, which currently seems to be another version of socialism, this time green, because of the pseudo-eco actually push for the energy, so-called renewable sources that are not so renewable and they are not so eco-friendly as propaganda claims, plus using diseases or fears or other bio related things like pandemias, or realistic or not, or problems realistic or not, for creating fears, and thanks to these fears and concerns, this green version of socialism nowadays European tries to force some countries and their inhabitants to follow some ideological rules that are, frankly speaking, that are not in agreement with their own, of these countries that are being forced, of their not, they are not in agreement with their own interests. So one can say that from one version of socialism, so delusion, that was bloody and problematic, now we are going to another version from red to green of socialism that also, if I hope not, if it's going to be realized according to its ideological principles, it will be another bloody delusion, socialistic delusion. So this is what I mentioned in one of my last video about one of the novels of David Gemmell. It's good to read such novels like Knights of the Dark Renown to understand the mechanism, how people succumb to delusion, and how they can start thinking that the delusion is reality, is the reality around them, and what are the implications. Because the only thing that can save us from repeating history with another bloody scenario are our convictions we are ready to fight for. We are ready to dedicate. We are ready to dedicate many things to our convictions and fight for them, and our critical thinking. This we need to develop and cultivate within our brains, not to follow blind path and succumb to another delusion, because we need to remember that within the battle between the reality and the delusion, at the end of the day, reality always wins, but delusion leaves behind itself before it fades away many distractions, many deaths, and many misfortunes many tragedies. Do we want it? No. That's why convictions and critical thinking, we should put a lot of effort to cultivate these things within our own minds. This can save us from another painful repetition of history. Bye. Have a nice day.